Hi everybody, this is the website boy from the websiteboy.com. On the last tutorial, we talked about functions. We learned how to define a function, we learned the syntax of the function, we learned how to call the function. On this tutorial, we're going to be talking about how we can make our functions more flexible. All right, how can we use our functions to do other things rather than just doing little simple things like this? All right, so we are going to be learning how to pass arguments to our functions so that way we can kind of work with the data that we have from outside the function. We can put it inside the function and do things with it and then get the data out. Now on this tutorial, we're not going to be working with the returning data, but we're going to be working with uh, functions that are going to be going inside the function, not functions, arguments. All right, so let's go ahead and I already made a file called 29 underscore PHP underscore passing underscore function underscore data. Now I know this is long, but this is for my own reference. If you want to go ahead and name your file passing functions, that is fine with me. All right, so let's go ahead and so let's say we have a function here called name and we are echoing you are programming in PHP, yay, right? Now I don't want to, let's say I want to change this echo and make it more flexible. I don't want to say you are programming in PHP, yeah, or I don't want to say the same thing over and over again. So I'm just going to take that off. What do you think? Now what are we going to echo when we call the function? We get an error because we are using a unexpected syntax right here. Refresh. Now we're not doing anything. What I want to do is I want to pass a argument to this function. That way I can use it inside the function when I call it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass a name, an argument right here, and I'm going to say name. All right. So I'm going to pass this variable name inside the function there. Right. Now don't forget to kind of put the, not kind of, you need to put the dollar sign there so that way you can make it into a variable. Now here we want to echo name. All right. So here when we call the function, we can write whatever we want, and this argument, this value here is going to be going into inside this argument here, and the function is going to use this argument right here inside the function and it's going to do something with it. Right now we're just going to echo something out, and I'm just going to echo the website boy. Geez, the website boy. Refresh, and as you can see here, we were able to make this function more flexible. Now this function is going to echo whatever we want to echo from outside the function, so I can echo whatever I want. Now I don't have to, just echo whatever's inside the function the same thing all the time. We can echo whatever we want, gibberish stuff, words, whatever we want. Now we have a function that is flexible. Now we can name this function echo stuff. So now we know that we have an echo stuff function somewhere in our file. Let's say we have many different functions and this one just echo stuff. Now we know that anytime we need this function, we just use the name anywhere in our document and we can call this function echo stuff and say, you know what, Edwin, that's my name by the way. Refresh, boom, right? Great. All right, so refresh right there. Now of course it's not, we're messing up right there. But anyway, on line 13 we have variables, it doesn't, but anyway, you need to have some type of parameter here so that way we don't get that error. But anyway, so anyway, now another thing that you can do with it, you can pass multiple parameters. You don't have to just pass one parameter. You can argument, you can pass multiple ones. All right, so let's say for example I want to say name, hello, let's just call this message. Let's make sure that you separate it by a comma, right? Message and hello website boy. And then here we just, whatever, we just say exclamation or something, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation point or whatever. Hopefully I'm spelling it right. If I'm not, don't worry about it. But anyways, so now what we need to do is we need to put this together right here inside the function. So we need to put message here, concatenate, and concatenate with exclamation, right? And then here, when we write whatever we want. Now we can write three different parameters in here, and it will display it inside the function. So let's say, for example, I want to say hello, hello, um, website boy, and then I just want to put some exclamation right there. Save and refresh, and it's telling me on line 15 I made a mistake somewhere, because maybe I have one of these that are not the same. There we go. That's why I copy and paste usually, but I'm going a little fast on this one. Refresh, save. It's still not the same. We need to put an S there. Refresh. Now, hello website boy. Now we can use three different values in here, and our function is gonna do that. It's gonna use that information and display it inside. Now we can use numbers and do additions and division and multiplication. We can do a lot of things in here, just by passing values from here and taking those values right here. All right, so we made a function a lot more flexible. I just showed you how to use arguments to actually make our functions very, very flexible, very useful. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. And if you hear me talking some gibberish, you know, talking, if I do some gibberish talking, forgive me. I just sometimes think out loud. I don't know. That's the way I am. But anyway, thank you so much for watching my tutorials. And if you like them, please favor them, like them. That's how you thank me for taking my time and doing this for you. Again, it's a pleasure, and the website boy out.